here goes your tires, buddy.
Video, Kyle?
Brand new ones.
You could have at least put the front ones on the back.
Think about that. Moving right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That is very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm going to need that $250.
Moving it right day and night.
Welcome.
We have a special episode today. We are live from virtual SEMA.
We are live for virtual SEMA.
Yeah.
You're correct. We're dual streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should be noted. This week is SEMA week, and it is a virtual SEMA this year.
Yes.
So we do have a booth. It was going to be our first year at SEMA, so of course 2020 ruined that. And but you can check out the Hotshot Secret Firepunk S10 was going to be on display out there. Instead, it is in a virtual booth.
I think they call it the Builder Showcase.
The Builder Showcase, that's right. One of 300, I think. So check that out. It's at SEMA360.com all week, and you can stop by our virtual booth. It's kind of like stopping by here.
Right.
But here we are, episode 114.
This is much funner.
Much funner. Episode 114.
Yes.
This week we're going to focus on RVs. Our latest products, our new RV lineup. So as always, we'll be answering your questions, whatever they may be, RV or not related. Post those below. We'll be going through those throughout the show. We'll be doing our weekly drawing. We always give stuff away. That's why people come here, I think. And they put up with us to get some free stuff. But you can always register to win at hotshotsecret.com/giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Did I zone out again?
Yep.
Sorry.
Giveaway. So
I was working the SEMA booth.
make sure you can register every week, and we'll pick a couple winners each week and give some products. I'm guessing we're going to give away some. This week's prize is an RV treatment package. Well, what do you know? You guys are creative. I like it. So we'll talk about RV stuff. We'll give some RV stuff away.
And if the winner is watching, they also get a free T-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. If you
Bonus.
shout out while you're named, we'll throw in a T-shirt as well. So let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what kind of build you're working on. I know it's your favorite.
It is.
And we're dual streaming on Facebook and YouTube again. We're back to that. Yep. And like and share, hit the subscribe button, click the little bell
Bing, bing.
to remind you that we're here every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and our sister Facebook page of Hotshot Secret R&D.
Not much been on there. I apologize.
You need to get busy, man. There's like 32 fans that
I
are
I'm
dying for some new
I'm
content.
up to over 430. Mike.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you our...
Is that it?
Yeah, buddy. All right.
433,
Well, it's
that's
that time. It's the Get to
Already.
Know Us segment. You can have a number 11?
I should, but
I think you can work on one. So as always, we kick it off with the Get to Know Us segment, so you get to learn about somebody here at Hotshot Secret. And we have one of my favorites today. Miss Nickie is in the house. All right, that's your mic. I tell everybody, make sure you speak loudly into the mic, because they always tell people they can't hear them. There you go. So tell everybody your name and what you do here. Yep. And you packed up a whole bunch of stuff for me today. A whole skid. A whole skid. So I got 10 questions for you, but you already answered one, so we're down to 9. And then Aaron sometimes throws in a bonus one. But it's painless, and you just got to get through 9 questions. Right now we have 64,800 people watching.
That's awesome.
So no pressure.
None at all.
All right. Nickie, where were you born?
Morrow County. Coalgate, Ohio.
Another yokel.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Same place.
Morrow County. What was your first job?
Actually, I worked in a kitchen in a nursing home.
Huh. How old were you?
17.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What was your first car?
A Chevy.
What kind?
Cavalier.
Nice. Did you play any sports growing up?
No.
No, not sports. What'd you do instead of sports?
things I wasn't supposed to do.
All right. It's for the after hours edition. What's your favorite hobby? What do you like to do when you're not packing skids?
Yeah, there's not a lot. I pretty much.
Come on, you have to have a hobby.
Anything. I'm down for anything.
The show's not moving on until we get a hobby out of
I
you.
like to go out and do stuff, walk around, park, hang out with my boy.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What'd you do this last Saturday?
Took him trick or treating.
There you go. Speaking of trick or treating, what's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Good one. Can't dispute that one. Your favorite beverage?
Alcohol or no alcohol?
We'll take both.
So I like Coke
Okay.
with some Jack in it.
So that's both.
Yeah.
Nice. That makes it easy. Number 10. What's your favorite TV show or movie?
I don't really have one of those neither.
Nothing.
No, I like all movies. Horror, mostly stuff.
Scary stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
More of a horror person.
Okay.
Comedy.
Horror, comedy,
Same thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Aaron, with a bonus question. Coming up blank.
He's got nothing.
All right, so then I got to throw one in. Of all the stuff that I have you pack up, what's the worst? The pallets?
Of yours?
Yeah.
No, putting them stupid canopies on there. Those were heavy.
You're very
And
heavy.
Since there wasn't cardboard on the
1,001
skid,
pounds.
Well, we got it on there.
We got it on there. We got it on there. See, was that painless?
That's nothing at all.
Awesome.
Over with.
There we go. Congratulations. Thanks for visiting.
Yay, thanks for having me.
So Nickie is the one to make sure you guys get your stuff. So we appreciate everything you do.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nickie. Yay. Good job, Nickie.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nickie kicked butt today. I have a crazy pallet going down to
Yeah,
Texas.
I have some additions to that palette, by the way.
Yeah, and that was the worst. You show up late, and it was already wrapped and everything, and they're like, so they had to pop holes in the wrap to get
But there's still more.
There's still more?
Yes.
Did you tell them that?
You said not to worry about it until Friday.
Yeah.
I said, never mind, just we're waiting until Friday.
Good example of Nickie. She's on top of things. She gets it done Thursday.
I know it.
Ahead of
I should
schedule.
know that.
That's how we get stuff out so fast. You folks are often
By
surprised by
not
that.
following directions.
All right, how about some dealer shout-outs?
Ooh, already?
Let's do it.
How about Levi's General Repair in Coalgate, Oklahoma?
Awesome.
Not you, Levi, someone else.
Is it
And-
related? No? Side business?
Certified Diesel Power in Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Oh, cool. I go through Elizabethtown often. And look at this.
What?
We had to modify for our white wall, but Certified Diesel Power is not only getting a shout-out,
They're getting a
they're getting up on the
decal.
wall. So thanks
It's been
for
forever since we've done one of these.
thanks for Certified Diesel Power sending in your decal. The rest of our dealers out
Here we
there,
go.
please send them in. And like we say, our influencers, our dealers, our retailers,
So many options here.
you name it. Send them in and we'll put them up on the wall. We do a lot of video in this room, so get your brand out there. Let them know you're a proud Hot Shot Secret dealer. So thanks again to Levi's General Repair in Oklahoma and Certified Diesel Power in Kentucky. How about TV Land? What we got going on in TV Land this week?
You're just flying through this. Do you
Yeah,
have,
we're
do you have,
moving, man.
do you have somewhere to be besides the SEMA booth?
Gotta be the SEMA booth, right? Exactly.
We are on I can't do it. Stacy David's Gears, Saturday at 6:30 a.m. for those that stay up that late. And
You always struggle with Stacy David's gears.
I don't know why. Like I can say it in off camera just fine, but
It's just when the camera's on.
Right.
Dog, yeah.
and yeah, that's on Motor Trend. It's going to be on over Diesel Extreme.
Cool.
And
We love Stacy David. He's good to us.
yeah, I think it's the gears that messes me up. I can say Stacy David all day
Is it
long.
because of the gears spelled with Z and you're just like,
It doesn't take much.
right?
Yeah. And then Truck U on Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. on Motor Trend again, covering Stiction Eliminator. Car Fix at 11 a.m. on Saturday, so before the Truck U. Going to be covering EDT.
Cool.
And Two Guys Garage. Boy, these are weird.
Wow, next week.
Monday and Wednesday, 2 different episodes. Monday at 9 a.m. on Motor Trend, going to be Stiction Eliminator, and Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. on the Motor Trend Network, Diesel Extreme.
Wow. A lot of Motor Trend, a lot of different shows there. Stacey Davis Gears, Truck U, Car
How can
Fix.
you say that so easy?
Two Guys Garage. We got it covered. A lot of TV, so look for us out there. We appreciate all those guys we work with. Let's see who's in here. Dan Yost is in. I wonder if he signed up for some free stuff.
You think?
Of course.
Now
Chad
that I
Myers.
knew which one he is, like,
Yeah.
now I know name to face recognition. Like,
Say it to his face, man. I dare you.
well, he's not here.
Look in the camera and say it. Call Dan Yost out.
Nah,
Nah,
I'll let him go.
he's a puppy dog.
He's a nice guy.
Richard Nicoletti, Jersey's in the house. What's up, Jersey? Yo, yo. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Terry Howard's in, of course, with his top fan badge, giving the Happy Hot Shot Secret Day. Tyson Franks, hashtagged you're much funner. Kyle Olheimer. Olemeyer, I always mess that up. Hey, y'all, wanted to drop in and say hi. I still use your products every day in my semi, and they have been helping me stay profitable and running smoothly. Awesome, Kyle. I know Kyle's one of our truckers out there that really use our products a lot. Kyle, I believe I owe him some decals. Did we get it to him? I think it's good. Okay. All right. Because I remember in the past we'd sent out some motorsports ones or something. I got some new ones in. So, but thanks, Kyle. We really appreciate it. Chad Myers, what's up, guys? How's everything going? Awesome, Chad Myers.
73.
73. Watch him on YouTube. Tyson Franks is in from Batesville, Arkansas. Tyson's our buddy down there at
Batesville, Arkansas.
yeah, down Batesville.
Oh, you already said it.
He's with Raptor Designs. He's got
Right.
does our decals and our t-shirts and everything. Todd Callie's Utah's in the house, of course.
Always.
Shout out to Todd out there in Utah. He's good at this virtual stuff because
Yeah, that's.
I thought he lived inside of a TV box, you know. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, like every once in a while, he's here at the office. I'm like, whoa, he's human. Like,
Yeah.
go back in your box. You know? But shout out to Todd. Our Cindy Fish is in. Love you, Kyle. Love you too, Mom. Good seeing you in here this early. Last time you were late. Kyle Lyman says, I love Hot Shots additives. Awesome. We do too.
Are you related to Kyle?
No, first name relations don't work that way, buddy.
Well, they do for automotive shops.
He's unique.
Oh,
It's Levi. Tyson Franks says, Kyle, can you give a shout out to my wife on her birthday? Tamara Franks, Mrs. Raptor Designs. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Mrs. Raptor Designs. I'm sure she's the one that really holds that thing
I'm
together.
sure.
It's got to be. I mean,
He's playing on Facebook all day. Look at
yeah, yeah. Tamara's holding it down while he's watching an additive show.
that. Right.
So happy birthday, Tamara. Keep your man in check. We appreciate his hard work, too. Christopher Hyde says, I have a 2003 5.9 Cummins that I'm about to run Stiction Eliminator in for the first time. The motor takes 3 gallons, and to make it easier, I bought a 2.5-gallon jug of the oil I run and the half-gallon bottle of Stiction Eliminator, which is more than the suggested dosage, I think. Will it hurt to run more of the Stiction Eliminator, or will this be fine to do? Sorry for such a long question. Christopher, no problem on the long question. We like those because they're detailed and we get it. So, this is a first time, you said, right? Mm-hmm. About to run Stiction. So, first time we like to do a clean out dosage, which would be 4 ounces per quart, which is 4 ounces per 32.
You do math different than I do.
I know.
So it's a 20%.
it's a-
He's treating it 20% instead of 13 and a half.
12.5. Well, you're in your 1.6.
Whatever. Well,
They're like,
you know,
what?
well, yeah.
Right. So you're a little heavy. Honestly,
What oil did he buy?
let's find out what oil you bought too.
Because if it's black diamond, we are golden.
you're really heavy then.
We're fine.
We didn't do too much. Now you got FR3 in there and Stiction. Dial it down. So, Christopher,
fine.
let us know what oil you're
Yeah,
using, because if it already has FR3 in it, that's going to cut down how much you need.
Check.
But to answer your question directly, is it going to hurt anything by putting a little bit more? I mean, you can't put a lot more, and we don't want to dilute your oil down that much. But going from a 12 or 13% dosage, what you should be at, up to a 20% dosage.
It's a bit heavy.
That's pretty heavy. But more importantly, it's a waste of money. And that's because we formulated this out to the gain curve as soon as we start seeing the peak of no return. So everything over that 13% is kind of just wasted money. You will get no more gain out of it. I mean, the only thing I could see would be like, well, no, you're not going to get any more protection out of it. We won't see any more wear reduction. It's not going to clean anymore after 4 ounces per quart. I mean, it could, but at what point of giving up the... So really, when it comes to Stiction Eliminator, all our products really, but specifically Stiction Eliminator, it's pretty important to stay to the dosage just for your pocketbook sense. You're kind of just wasting the product at that point. And if you've got a half gallon, that extra 7% you're pouring in there, I'd put it in my lawnmower. I would put it in a small engine, even if it's not a full clean out dosage on a car. Put it in the wife's car. You know, like there's a lot of other uses you can get out of a little bit of Stiction than putting it on top of already a heavy clean out dosage. You know, so so no, you're not going to damage anything, but I would use it elsewhere. And 2.5 gallons, so he's talking about a 10 quart, 5/9, 10 quart. Yeah, that's right. 10 quart. So 10 quart, he needs about 4 ounces per quart. He needs about 40 ounces. And he got a 64. You got 24 ounces left over. Save it. Use it somewhere else. That's my advice. Check.
He says Rotella T5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not getting any extra cleaning out of that. So, yeah, the 40 ounces will do. I'd put 40 in it and find something else for your 24 ounce. That'll treat quite a bit. You know, I mean, any small engine will treat. So, save it, brother. Save the money.
I agree with Kyle.
Of course you do. All right, Brent Hilliard says, unfortunately, our TV provider in Tennessee doesn't offer Motor Trend anymore. Oh, Brent, sounds like you need to
Get
protest.
the app.
you can get the app. Matter of fact, they have even on streaming TV. Motor Trend has its own channel, so you can buy Motor Trend directly. But you know, I always see at the bottom, like your TV, it's like when they give you the warning, like your provider's about to lose this channel, rate your cable provider. So maybe we should have all of our Hotshot Secret followers rate the cable provider in Tennessee and say, bring back Motor Trend. All right. Harold Furo. Hey, buddy, how's things? Furo Headers putting that order together. Awesome. Good to hear. Harold Furo, man, wait till you see what he's got building. Ooh. He's got a bad machine he's building. What's that? No, he's got it out there on his page. Go check out Furo Headers and see. He does some amazing exhaust work. He pretty much does all the exhaust work for all of our Street Outlaws guys, our Memphis guys. And his Cody Fisher would be impressed, with like some of these welding jobs and stuff he does, from chassis all the way to fabrication on exhaust and everything. So, shout out to Harold Furo. Go check out his page and give him a like. Kyle Lyman, strong first name, Kyle, exactly. Getting ready to do another header build. Need hot shots in my mobile welding truck. Absolutely, Harold. Give me a call, man. We'll get you hooked up. That's be perfect for that, especially a hard-working truck like that. 10 cord, Andrew Joseph Orr's in. David Doffett's in here. That's our jet car guy. Haven't seen.
Say that again.
David. Remember he drives the jet cars?
Jet car. That makes more sense.
We usually see David out at PRI.
I just can't hear very well.
No PRI this year, no virtual PRI, but David's another good friend of the company.
Yeah.
He got a new jet car this year, I believe. He had the
Hot Shots jet car last year.
No, he wants to have a Hot Shots jet car. My budget doesn't allow for that, but he's the one that told me that I learned about that he runs diesel fuel in his jet.
Yeah.
I'm like, in the jet engine, you run diesel fuel? I thought you'd have jet fuel in a jet engine. He's like, no, those things are they don't care what you put in them, they'll burn it. You can barely put anything in it. It'll make that thing go. So, Tom Perini says, "Hey guys, look at Tom with the top fan badge. How'd you pull that one, Tom?" Yeah, where you at, Tom? I think he's moving.
Moving what?
I don't know. I knew he was gonna be out for a couple days. Andrew Joseph Orr says, "Looking at adding propane on the 335D. I understand the validity of the mix above freezing, but what do y'all think of a nitrous and propane setup similar to a wet shot?" This is right up Aaron's territory.
I have no idea. Honestly, like my only experience with using propane is watching TV when I was a kid. They had these off-road Jeeps that raced on ice, and they had little spikes in their tires, and they all used propane. That's it.
Huh.
The only other thing with propane that I've seen are the forklifts.
Yep.
So I don't have any.
Yeah, Andrew, I'm clueless too. I don't know nothing on the propane. I've seen it.
I don't want to be.
Heard about it, but
I mean, if you'd like me to do homework, I can, but meh. I'm starting from ground zero.
I'm trying to wonder what. I'd have to know more about how it works, but I don't know why you'd need the propane. Just spray that thing with nitrous until it blows. That's what he does. And then you find your limits.
That's right. How else?
Yeah, Andrew, I'm sorry. But you've got me interested enough that I'm going to look into it and see what I can find out. David Douthit says the Quartermaster, the 65 Mustang. That's what it's called. Quartermaster. Cool car. Tootsin says, "Hi. How you doing, Toot?" So let's see what's upcoming events.
Ooh.
This is what we were just talking about with Nickie.
A pallet?
Today we packed up the pallet because the pallet's heading out in front of me because next week I'm heading down to Tejas, Southern Texas, down there about south of Houston, to see my USMC racing guys. I'm really excited about it. They've got a race Saturday and Sunday next weekend. I'll be down there. I'll probably do some Facebook Live from down there. Again, we tell you every time, check out USMC Racing. What do you got up there? It's the Yokohama Stuntin' and Explodin' Sorry 2020. Awesome. And awesome racetrack, MSR Houston. Famous road course. So I believe Brian told me they're going to have upwards of 35 to 40 people this time. They've got up to 5 cars running, including one with hand controls. Nice. So, right. And if you don't know, check out USMC Racing. You're going to learn a lot about them soon. Because
I'm still back on number 3. Like
on the third car?
Yeah.
Well, those are 3 cars they own. They own 3 cars. 412, 220, and I forget the new one, 88, the Wild Boar. But the other 2 are friends of USMC Racing that are bringing them.
Okay.
Including one of the guys that works at MSR Houston. He's got the one with the hand controls, so he's bringing that one out for anybody that has leg disabilities or anything. They can actually operate the hand control car. And for those of you who don't know, they got a new website, usmcracing.org, which Brett's really proud about because he finally got a website together.
Did he figure out how to do a live web feed yet?
His are better than ours.
Now they are?
Okay, when he came back, it was what we call a poop show on his first one back, but it's pretty
killing
slick.
it now.
He's got some.
All right.
He's got some stuff that I'm sure Levi would love to play with the screen stuff, but I think Levi's showing the website right now. But yeah, they'll be down there next week. Again, they're a charitable organization that partners with active duty, retired military, first responders, police, fire, you name it. Guys that may have PTSD or traumatic brain injury, or just guys that are coming back and acclimating back to civilian life. They put these guys, let them ride in their race cars. Like, hey, here's Keith, jump in there. And
test that transmission fluid out.
Yeah, test our transmission fluid out. The secret mesh that he's always cooking up.
Don't use the clutch when you shift.
It's really like just a great thing for these guys to get out a weekend and spend a weekend with people they can identify with and bring some of the camaraderie back. I'm gonna go down there and experience it myself. Matt Rice is coming down as well, so we're gonna document the weekend. So you all will get to see a little bit about what they do. Good Morning America is going to be there. Good Morning America is coming out to do a story on them. Same time we're there, so they're a little bit more popular
So
than
you
us.
have to put your makeup on for when
I
you're
have
on
to
your
do
TV
my, I have
appearance.
to do my makeup.
Hey.
I know he said there's a lady from France that's writing a documentary on them too that's going to be there, or somewhere from Europe.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So it's going to be an awesome weekend. Looking forward to it. I'll be down there next week, so you're going to need a guest next week. I'll be gone by then.
I think Levi should be my guest.
But I'll go live from there. I'll share some of what it's like. And then since we're bringing Matt now, we're going to do a lot of video too. So we'll do some post video afterwards so you guys check it out. I'm really excited about it. We've been supporting them for a couple of years. It's the first opportunity I've had to actually get out there to one of these races. So, Brian, I'm coming, man. And the pallet's shipping, which means I have to go now. So I'm all in. Sales and retail updates.
Sales and retail. EDT is on sale at Advanced Auto Parts. Save $2 now until December 30th.
End of the year, right. That's a long sale.
Certainly is. Oh, I thought you were going to keep trucking with that.
No,
But we
that's all
can-
I got. It's a long sale, bro.
Like, wow, you're starting. And I am going to give everyone a reminder that the 10% off for CDL drivers is still ongoing.
Right. Shout out to our truckers.
I'm sure they have a fancy way to get that discount. That
Yeah, I
I'm
think they
not
do in
aware of.
checkout. You can apply. Yep. And then Levi puts them through a clearinghouse.
Yeah. So their orders are going to be delayed a week while they
No.
do a background check.
No, but we also don't want people taking advantage of it too.
Right.
You know, we want we want to make sure we're taking care of our CDLs guys and no one trying to false impersonate a CDL driver. So.
True.
But yeah, then once they get registered in there, they can come back and buy it anytime they want. 10% off all their orders. That's cool.
Good deal.
So stay tuned with our newsletters. Subscribe at hotshotSecret.com/email, or it's at the bottom of our home screen. Levi likes to tell you. And we got a new text message service.
Yes.
I heard
And I
the
think I got
tail
a
end of a
few-
meeting of this today. I'm still confused on everything.
So am I, and I think I got an email about it, and I was confused.
You get an email about the text? Was it part of the?
I just got a random email. I was like, is this real? Like, who are these
Am I
people?
supposed to be on this email?
Yeah, things get.
So stay connected with Hot Shot Secret with our all-new text message service. Get updates from us sent directly to your phone. Be notified on sales, news, and coupons just for you. And I also remember hearing, like, maybe isn't there, like, tracking tied to it? Like, would they place an order?
I think so.
Something like that. So that's in checkout already. So we're just trying to get a little more hip. Everyone's got their cell phone in their pocket. They live by it. So yeah. So new text message service coming
That is
soon or
cool.
here. It's ready. So that's what we should do. We should, the guys lately can throw in the camera. See if I can hit the camera.
Wow, almost.
I'll do a paper airplane.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So let's do our giveaway.
I am ready.
For the giveaway?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you tell us about it?
So this week's prize is not what is on my list, but rather an RV additive package. And every week people sign up. Thousands and thousands of viewers sign up each week.
64,000 this week, I believe. Yep.
That was early on. We're up to 76,000 now.
Same as our live feed.
Yeah. Sign up to win a fantastic package each week. HotShotSecret.com/email is how you sign up for that.
I give up.
No, that's not right. It's giveaway. See, you didn't
All
even
right.
check me on it.
So the winner's going to get, it looks like a collection, and if they're
No,
live,
that's wrong.
let
That's
us
all
know.
wrong.
let us know, and you're going to get an extra t-shirt.
So, are we ready?
The winner is
One Pretty Ricky.
at something. That's a pretty good email name right there. One Pretty Ricky, that's the spelled out O-N-E, Pretty Ricky, at something. So congratulations, Ricky. And chime in, let us know if you're here, and we will throw some extra in as well. So, and if you don't have an RV, we can tell you how to use these in other vehicles, or find a friend with RV and make a better friend. Christmas is coming.
It is.
Be an excellent gift. Or maybe Pretty Ricky has a RV himself.
Are you a regifter?
I can be, if need be.
Just Just wondered. You're
If I get a
you're
bottle of wine,
advertising it pretty good.
if I get a bottle of wine, I usually regift it.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for the socks and underwear last year, Kyle.
yeah, exactly. Andrew said he'll find out too from testing. Yeah, that's often what we do. That's why Aaron has 17 cars that are worth a grand total of $20,000 total.
I wish they were that much.
David Delta, Kyle, call me when you can. Need to talk about the motorhome. All right, David, we'll do. So I think we're going to get into this RV stuff here. So we do have a video to play.
Do we?
I think it's on some fuel mileage testing. Was this you're doing?
Somewhat.
Okay. Well, you got that ready, Levi?
Brett was driving.
All right. Well, so we got a RV fuel mileage testing video. I haven't seen it. Let's roll it.
Hi, I'm Aaron Darnell, Technical Director for Hot Shot Secret. Today, we're going to be doing some fuel mileage testing on a 2006 American Tradition motorhome that's powered by an ISL 400 horsepower Cummins engine. We're going to do baseline testing and then use Hot Shot Secret Premium RV Additive and RV Engine Protector. Follow along as we take this motorhome on a journey and do some testing. See you later. We are off and running, hitting the highway. And finally, 10 ounces of our favorite Hot Shot Secret diesel fuel additive. All right, with testing complete, we have our results. With the Hot Shot Secret Premium RV Diesel Additive, we increased the fuel mileage by 10.2%. With the Hot Shot Secret RV Engine Protector, we increased the fuel mileage by 1.38%. For more information on our products, go to hotshotsecret.com.
Attaboy. Well, the road show.
It was hotter than snot in that RV, and we're not allowed to use the air conditioner.
Oh, when you test?
Yeah, so.
There's not much ventilation either.
Not much.
Well, that's cool. That's quite a gain there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's about 10% on the fuel side.
Yeah.
Over 1% on the oil side.
Yeah.
But
it also wasn't completely run in like we like, but.
Right. We like to let that.
And
you see benefits of the oil. It takes a while.
And since you're familiar with.
So you did a pour in and then ran it on the oil side?
I was not involved on the oil side. I had other obligations, but yeah, Tom and to Logan.
It wasn't like they put 1,000 miles on it and then did it.
No, they pulled over on the side of the road, threw it in, and.
That's impressive.
Ta-da.
That's impressive.
So.
To get one, any gain off an oil additive that quickly. Yeah. So that's good to hear. And 10% on the fuel, obviously.
So since you like to chime in on things, if you noticed, we turned north.
Yeah, I noticed.
At the beginning, and did you see? The end of the test was at Gemini Parkway, which is south.
South.
So they were doing construction on our first leg, and we had to start over. And
oh, right. So you got
there's
the same
like,
trip.
Yes. So then we switched it to the southbound lane and did our little loop down that way. So,
I didn't notice, and nobody else would have ever noticed.
but I would have called it out. Everyone would have called it out. So, sometimes,
when we do the
sometimes
road-
testing doesn't go as planned, and we
Right.
have to.
And real world road testing is very difficult.
It is.
But luckily, we're at a pretty good spot here. We're
Yeah.
right off the highway here in Ohio, and there's nothing north or south of us for quite a while, and it's relatively flat. And it's two ways. So we can get on the highway, get in the slow lane, put the cruise on, and just let it do its thing, turn, and come back and repeat the same thing. So it's as scientific as we can get it when we're talking about a real world test. So that's great. So those are good numbers.
Yep.
So we want to get into a little things about the RVs. So I know we got this list of important things to check on your RV. Well, see, this time of year is one of those RV times of the year because there's two different things going on. You got some people that are packing them up, winterizing them. It's the end of the season type of thing.
Yeah.
There's other people that this is the time of year that they're heading south. The cold's here, and they're running with their RV and getting the most use out of it this time of year. So there's a couple different things. So we have a checklist we put out there that we thought would be helpful, and a lot of people liked it. So let's run through it. So the monthly checks, we say run your generator. Since gasoline goes bad after a month, especially if sitting stagnant, you want to keep it moving through the generator. You can do that by running at least 2 hours at about 50% load each month, or by using our additives. Why is that?
Probably not this one, is it? No, it's that one.
There's the gas additive,
Yeah.
and then the diesel additive also has
Yeah.
stabilizer in it.
Yes.
So they're good things to have when you're going through the winterization process, whether you're storing it somewhere, or you can get even to have access to your generator, to run it or not. It's good to have this in there. Now you're going to have the fuel stabilized for as long as you have it in storage. Clean the AC.
Ooh.
That's another one we like to put out there. Get the most out of your unit by vacuuming, cleaning the vents. Peek under the hood, it says. If you're driving a motorhome, look at the engine and check the hoses, clamps, and secure. It's a good time to check all your hoses. I feel like I'm Tom Perini here. This is the list we'd be going through. So, and care for your slide outs, because this is the time of year you want to make sure they're tucked away nicely, and we have a good product for them. It's a good time to re-lubricate with, there we go.
It is.
With your slide out lube. This is kind of a no mess formula. So when your slide outs are actually pulled into, tucked in, they're not going to drip on your floor of your motorhome. It's a problem that we saw when we were formulating the product, that a lot of the products on the market, people were using to lube and grease the tracks on these. Well, when they're inside, they're over your carpet or your flooring inside your RV. So people would lube them and then put them away for the winter. They take their first trip out in the spring and they pull the slides out, and there's just two runs of grease right in the middle of the floor of your living space. So
Yay.
yeah, not a good way to start your first trip of the year. So we have a great product. The slide out lube that we just released this year with the RV line is perfect for that. So it can lubricate the whole mechanism, keep it moving, but also not drip onto your floor too. So best of both worlds. How about seasonal checks? Those are your monthly checks.
Are they? Inspect for damage. Check your RV for damage, even if it's stored. Look for potential problems. Ooh, that doesn't say that at all. Potential points of entry for rodents, birds, or insects.
They will find their way in.
And ensure that the rodents, birds, and insects are sealed to prevent any harm.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah,
Cat.
true.
Oh,
Just throw a cat in there. You're good.
no, there was a cat in the marketing room
Oh, I know.
last week.
We had a wild cat in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It ate a bunch
So
of stuff.
we are giving people advice from personal, true life experiences.
Exactly. We don't have any rodents in here because the cat was handling business apparently. So yeah,
Wax on.
wax off.
Keep that rig looking shiny.
Yep, good time to do it. Seasonal.
Always. Season, yeah, more than once a year.
Yep.
Ooh, clean your water filter. That's almost hard to say. I can't do it.
Don't try.
Clean water is essential for you and your family and your RV's equipment. While it may not be necessary every month, every 6 to 8 weeks, pour a half a cup of bleach into the fresh water tank. Fill, let sit for a day, and run it through the lines.
You'll thank yourself,
Yes, you will.
especially when you live off your water when you're out there. So
always check tire pressure and wear and tear on your tires.
Yep. And this one I think is most important is check your seals. It is the number one problem with RVs that I've seen.
Yeah.
Like people always have problem with their seals. Exterior seals, especially the roof seals, every 2 to 3 months. I'd even do it sooner than that. I would move this up to the monthly checklist. Personally, it's me. But they tend to leak a lot. And then finally, we've got a few tips for the yearly maintenance cycle on your RVs. Keep track of everything. It's easy to forget what you do when you do it. So start a log, keep it in the RV of these tasks, and mark it off when you do them so you know which one to go to.
I think Jayco actually has that in the back of their manual, owner's manual.
I think so too, because it says it right there.
You bust me out.
I
Come on.
know. But Jayco would suggest that and puts it in their manuals. That's cool. And the heating and cooling checks, just like your home. Service your heating and cooling system in there because it is your home when you're on the road with it. And then finally, brakes. They are big machines. These are houses on wheels, so it's no fun when you don't have brakes. So always service your brakes yearly. I prefer to do all that type of stuff, depending on what climate you're in, if you get a year-round RV use or something. Up here, when we tend to winterize them and put them away, that's a good time to do all that maintenance because you never know when you're going to take it out. And springtime, if you have to remember, oh, I got this maintenance to do before I go, you tend to delay those trips and you miss opportunities, or we get like an early warm spell and you're not ready with the RV. Get all this stuff done this time of year. Tuck it away so when that opportunity arrives in the spring, you can hop in and go. Get it ready and run. At least less time doing that. So that's my advice.
That's good advice.
David says, next time you can use my RV while towing my stacker trailer. Not a prayer.
No.
I sat in Firepunk's RV seat and looked back at the stacker. It was like, nope. I would not move that thing an inch.
No.
Scared to death. Scared to death. Way too big. I watched, when we were leaving the...
We'll drive the jet car,
The
though.
No Mercy?
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Give me the keys to the jet car. I'm good on that. No, at No Mercy, Levon had to back it out, and this is like, the event was still going on. It went another day or so when they left a day early. And we're kind of the top of Vendor Row. And there's about a spot to fit a vehicle through on the cross the road. And, he just backed that thing up. And, and there's like 8 of us giving him their direction stuff. And I know he wasn't looking at any of us. Like, he could care less. Like, I got this thing. Hold my beer, And then when he had to make this tight turn, I didn't realize they've got one of those weird hitches that you can like unpin so they can really jackknife them hard. Huh. And the pin was stuck, and he's like, send it. Sure enough. I couldn't have got out of there with our truck and trailer, and he did it with an RV. Yeah, exactly. So I guess it just takes confidence doing so. Why don't you give us a run through of this RV product lineup? And let people know what they're getting into with this.
All right. The diesel RV see, I can't even say it. The RV diesel, this stuff.
They have 2 different names, actually. Premium RV gas additive and premium RV diesel additive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So the diesel version.
Yep. So we're starting on the fuel side.
If anyone can count to 6 without using their fingers, injector cleaner.
Cetane booster.
Boost, moisture dispersant, lubricity, rust and corrosion, and a heavy, heavy dose of storage and stability.
Right. So when people say, well, isn't that your EDT? It's like, it started there. We could have made it EDT.
We could have.
But we decided, is there anything particular with an RV?
Right.
It's still a diesel engine. We know it's going to benefit off of, we've already, if we could make EDT better, we would.
Right.
But it's as good as we made it. Well,
so then this is worse than EDT?
No, it's formulated for a different application.
Okay.
So we looked at RVs and said, well, what do they, what's this application? How does it differ, and how the RV is used? Well, generally speaking, they move and they park for long times, and then they move again and park for long times. So there's a lot less startup and shut down and short driving. It's long stints and long sits.
Right.
And so we're not going to take any cetane out of it. We're not going to take any lubricity out of it. You certainly need the rust and corrosion inhibitor and the moisture dispersion just because of the changing climates, because you might even, with an RV, also drive through changing climates.
Exactly.
You might be leaving a cold climate here to head down south to Florida. So we certainly need the moisture dispersants and rust and corrosion inhibitors. But the most important probably is the stabilizer.
Agreed.
And that's something that's different. As large as these fuel tanks are on these RVs, sometimes multiple, and they're huge, and you spend a lot of money on that fuel. Well, we want to make sure that stays good for a long time. And I've known people that don't use their RV enough that swear that they probably have fuel from 3 years ago in it because they put 200 gallons in. They used 100 last year, topped it back off, used 100 again, topped it back off. There's got to be some reminiscence of that original 200 from 2018. Well, that's a good thing. You put a ton of fuel stabilizer in here. So it's going to far exceed any length of time that anybody's going to use up.
Hope so.
Well, that's
I hope they're using their RVs.
we
That's
hope
what
so
I meant.
too. But this allows them to sleep peacefully, and they know in the springtime when it's time to get it out again that they don't have to worry about draining the tank, draining the lines, or anything like that. So it is a new formulation. It is not EDT, and it is designed for RVs. That being said, could it be used in other applications?
Absolutely.
I think one of the guys just asked me recently about it.
Show
And asked,
trucks or something, I believe they
yeah, it
asked.
just doesn't get that much mileage a year. Just takes it very periodically. And it's like, it sounds like the RV stuff would be good. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, it actually would be. You know, so if you got a diesel that doesn't move that much, or you just put a few miles on a year, a show truck, something like that, great application for that as well. Now,
Agreed.
on the gasoline side, this is also a little different. This is not
It's a
our
lot
gasoline
different.
extreme either.
Not even close.
This is a brand new fuel additive.
It's ironic how it looks orange because it's not.
It's a lighter color than that.
Yeah, but when you
In this bottle, it looks orange.
and I went and stopped them like, oh no, who put gasoline extreme in the RV stuff?
So what color is it?
It's
It's like yellowish.
yeah. Ironically, it looks similar to this in a clear bottle, but
Right.
the way the
Together they look quite
fluorinated
different.
bottle,
Right.
it gives it a little goofiness. Yeah.
Squeeze some up there.
Anyway,
So this is a new formula. It's not gasoline extreme, although
No,
it
not
does
at all.
have injector cleaner in
it
there.
does have a keep clean level of injector cleaner.
Right. Our gasoline extreme is a heavy dose.
Yes, it is.
like
That's right.
super heavy dose. This is enough to keep them clean. This is something that you can. Matter of fact, I would if you were to purchase a used RV that's got some miles on it. A lot of times these RVs are low mileage,
Oh yeah.
and they're usually highway mileage too. So you can get a good deal on a used RV. I'd recommend running some gasoline extreme through. If it's a gasoline powered RV, run some gasoline extreme through it first. That's going to get you a full
Clean it
clean
out.
out, a one take clean out. But then move over to our RV gas treatment in every single tank. There's enough injector cleaner and fuel system cleaner in there to keep it clean once it's cleaned out.
Right.
Keep clean dosage, as you guys like
Yeah.
to say.
That's what we like to say.
And do we also have lubricity in there?
We do.
Okay. And what about a fuel stabilizer?
We have tons of fuel
There's
stabilizer.
tons of fuel stabilizer. So same thing like we.
Similar. Right. And there's also a moisture dispersant in that as well.
Right. So these are things that you don't find.
Emulsifier as opposed to demulsifier,
You
though.
beat me to it. You beat
Sorry.
me to it.
You want to rewind the tape?
Okay. Is that an emulsifier as opposed to a demulsifier that we see in
In
diesel?
fact, it is.
Great. Good to see. Good to see. And of course, these aren't things that you see naturally in our gasoline extreme, because our gasoline extreme is not really designed to be in every tank use.
Right.
And you're not going to get a lot of benefits out of an everyday gasoline treatment because gasoline is so refined. However, used in an RV type of application,
Right.
there's benefits to having a stabilizer and
Absolutely.
everything else we said.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the oil side. We have our engine protector and trans protector, RV engine protector and trans protector. Those look familiar.
They do look very familiar, don't they?
I believe they are. And we're not hiding anything here. Those, when we went to the oil side on the RV lineup, we always start with what we formulated out to be the best. We started with our stiction eliminator, and we started with our shift restore, and then said, how can we make it better for this application?
Put a sweet RV label on it.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean-
we really there wasn't we tested some stuff, we tried some things, but in all reality, our original formula that we use in like again our stiction and our shifter store can be used in any automatic transmission. The stiction eliminator can be used in any motor, gasoline, diesel, you name it. Well, nothing really changes in the RV application on the oil side for us. So there was no advantage to putting a heavier cleanser in there or more lubricant or anything like that. Like we're already using the world's best Group 4 and Group 5 additives, esters, in there to keep everything clean and lubricated at the same time. They both work off polarity. The RV Trans Protector itself is a Group 5 ester. It's just one ingredient, right?
Well, there's some sweet coloring in it.
I've
said sweet a lot today.
Make it look cool. Sweet.
Oh, this must be a sweet
There's
word.
some sweet coloring. But yeah, so as you know how successful our stiction eliminator is in our shift restore, these are products to kind of complete the RV lineup that we're bringing up some RV dealers on now that are carrying the full product family.
I have a real quick personal question.
Okay.
Did you have to go home and practice saying shift restore instead of TSE?
I've had to.
I mean, it's
tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. No, but I'm getting pretty good at it.
It's like, do you rename your dogs and forget,
As I was just saying the last couple of times, I was kind of like, yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, you did. That's pretty impressive.
All right, so on to the final one here. We kind of mentioned a little bit earlier on our tips and
slide
tricks
out lube.
is our RV slide out lube. Now, again, this is, I love to say, what do we call it? Well, treats, sticking and squeaking slide outs, a rough slide out operation. As we've said before, Chris Gabrelchik, our founder, owner, CEO, is an RV freak. The man has like 100 RVs.
I think he might be down to one.
I know. I think he is down to one. Yeah, he did sell the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man's had 100 RVs.
Oh, easily.
And he really likes them. And he travels a lot in them. He really enjoys being on the road and traveling. And he personally was having a slide out problem. That very well could be where this whole lineup came from, where he just comes back and like, make an RV lineup. But everything he tried was not working. It was almost felt heavy, was difficult moving out on his own. Right. If you've ever had to have the experience of having people hold your slide out while you're powering it out at the same time, helping it in, sometimes they don't retreat all the way back in and they want to kind of fall out. Like there's a bunch of different symptoms, and most of the time it comes out to being just the lubrication on those tracks, because the more resistance you get in the track, it makes the motor work that much harder, and they don't have that powerful of a motor moving those heavy slides on, and so that it really relies on it being balanced well and moving in well. Are you gonna draw some?
Nope.
Oh.
I just have a new product idea.
This is how it works around here.
Electric motor FR3. Add 5% more power to the electric motor.
Well, there you go. And now we can just get into the EV too.
Why not?
Deal.
That's already on the table.
I want 5%.
So do I.
Me too. So the slide out lube is very important from a preventative use as well as once you have a problem. Unfortunately, like we always say, a lot of people find our products after they have a problem. Right. Our products are developed to fix problems, but they're great preventative products as well. So just like we said in our tips and tricks of the RV here, keep those tracks on the RV slide outs lubricated. One of the greatest aspects of our RV slide lubricant is also, like I said, it's a no drip formula. So on the upward track, it's going to stay up there, and it's not going to drip on your floor when your slides are in and traveling and bouncing, and not dripping on your carpet or your hardwood inside that RV, keeping that nice and clean. So that's the RV lineup. 'Tis the season for those of you either tucking them away or heading down south. If you have any more questions, see if we got any questions in here. Shelly's in. She says, Aaron loved the RV commercial. You did so proud of you.
Can you tell her that she needs to let me hot rod that Plymouth? Because she won't let
me. Shelly, you need let me. I'll take care of that. I know you can't trust him, but you can trust me. David Dallas says, come on then. Hey, man, David, if you give me the keys, it's on, brother. Terry Harris says, do you think the RV diesel treatment would be better than EDT for farmers since we are starting to park our machines soon.
He opened up a can of worms, did he not?
All right, Terry, you have to deal with these worms.
Oh, I have to answer.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay.
This time of year. That being said, we may or may not be very close to starting the ag line.
Yep.
So you will probably see a very similar, well, not similar, but a dedicated line of ag products.
Right. And particularly with the ag side, we have a line coming, and we look at that just like we look at any other market. And often with ag on the fuel side, a lot of you guys are using bulk tanks or storage, your bulk fuel. So we generally treat the bulk tank rather than all of the equipment, because all the equipment is coming out of the same tank. And just like I was explaining about the RVs that have such large tanks that you never get completely empty, those bulk tanks, they might have fuel from a few years ago still in there that's been diluted throughout it, which is okay, and then the new fuel helps quite a bit. But I would think treating those tanks specifically when you get towards the wintertime, depending on how quickly you go through your tanks, I would strangely put an RV product in there, but that's because it's going to be specifically formulated.
I would say do it in the spring, and then I'd start hitting DWAG in the fall.
Do need your DWAG in there, depending if you're, Terry's down south, so he don't care.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Florida.
Well, yeah.
But if you are...
I forget other people don't have 9 months of winter like we do.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. I was talking to Brian Gray, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking to go racing next week, and then in a few weeks, and the next month." I'm like, "It stops up here. That's not fair." So that's about to do it for today. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your comments. We are going to close you with one little treat. We are going to premiere a video tonight at 8 p.m.
Sounds right.
8 p.m., we are going to premiere a video from my trip down to the PDRA. This is a couple weeks ago at Virginia Motorsports Park. Shout out to Greg Jolly at Outlaw Diesel Super Series. The PDRA invited a few of the members of Outlaw Diesel to come out and show all those incredibly fast gas cars what's going on in the diesel world. And so I headed down there with Matt Rice again, and just to support them. We hung out with the pits. It was quite a few guys from the Outlaw series that were kind of doing exhibition passes, or so we thought. Turns out they threw a $3,000 pot on it just to make it a little more interesting. But we kind of documented our trip in the weekend and put together a nice, I would almost say it's a short film. It's about 25 minutes long.
Do they have the Firepunk food setup in the video?
Firepunk didn't make it, but I brought food. But it didn't make much of the film. That's a whole other story. But yeah, we hung out with the guys.
I just would like to experience that someday.
Yes,
I hear
you
stories.
should. It's something everybody should experience. But it was a really fun trip. We were glad to be down there. It was a good showing for the diesel industry to get in front of, on a big stage like that, in front of this gas crowd. They're probably kind of like, here comes the slow little diesel trucks. And Brian Gray set a world record down there. The Shy Dragster, Jared Jones, set the all-time diesel record in front of that crowd.
405?
404. Yeah, getting real close to the threes now. So it was a good showing for the diesel industry. But we put together a nice little long video that kind of shows you the trip and behind the scenes of these guys battling out in this 4-truck battle. But we're just going to give you a peek right now. We're going to give you a little intro. But you tune in tonight. We'll post up and you can set a reminder. At 8 p.m. we're going to air the whole mini documentary, if you will. And I should say it's parental advisory. There is some adult language in the video, but it's kind of what it's like being in the pits at a race. So
earmuffs
for the kids, but not in the first 2 minutes. First 2 minutes you're safe. So we're going to leave you today. We'll see you next Thursday at 1:30, or at least you will.
Yeah.
Somebody else will be here. I'll see you from USMC Racing down in Texas to bring you some updates. Until then, here's a little teaser for tonight's premiere at 8 p.m. See you next week.
Riley, the race director with Outlaw Diesel Super Series. We're out here at Virginia Motorsports Park with the PDRA World Finals. Judy, Tommy Franklin own the track here in PDRA. They've been nice enough to allow us diesel guys to come out here and put on a little bit of exhibition. ARP is sponsoring us a little shootout between some trucks out here, just kind of showing these gas guys, spark plug guys, what the diesels can do. Track conditions have been great. We've been turning in some good record numbers for some of these guys. And just trying to turn some heads in the diesel motorsports.